The name of our main character is Zhake-chan. In the movie, he is called the City Hunter. In Kazakh, let's just call him Zhake. He is a close friend. One day, bandits shoot and kill his friend. While dying, his friend entrusts Zhake-chan with his younger sister. Her name is Makimura Kaori. As time passes, Kaori grows up. One day, Zhake is having a dream and is enjoying himself. Even when the alarm clock rings, he does not want to wake up. Kaori enters the room to wake him up. However, Zhake starts talking in his sleep. He says words about Kaori. This makes Kaori angry, and she gets upset after that. They need to go to an important meeting, so Kaori puts him into the car, and they keep driving around the city. When they finally arrive at the necessary place, Zhake senses that a girl has arrived and starts circling around her. Kaori sees this and imagines that Zhake is taking revenge on her, and she becomes jealous at that moment. A man named Mr. Imamura arrives. He looks at Zhake and says that his daughter has run away from home and asks him to find her and bring her back. His daughter's name is Kyoko. Zhake agrees and says okay. Then he goes outside, calls his acquaintances, and starts searching for the girl. It becomes known that Kyoko is hanging out at a skateboard park. Zhake leaves Kaori behind and goes to the place where Kyoko is. One of the skaters accidentally hits Zhake with a can. The embarrassed girl turns out to be Kyoko herself. Zhake looks at the photo and says, "Oh, I found you." But Kyoko runs away. Zhake chases after her, while other skateboarders start chasing Zhake. Along the way, Zhake performs all kinds of tricks. Eventually, the girl escapes and hides inside a clothing store. There, a man starts flirting with her. Then the girl goes into a fitting room and calls that man inside. After that, she puts on his clothes. When she comes outside, Zhake is still searching for her. In the pocket of those clothes, there is a ticket for a large cruise ship. Meanwhile, Zhake comes home exhausted and asks, "I'm hungry. Is there any food?" Suddenly, a group of girls rushes out and says, "Happy birthday." Zhake's eyes light up. He is happy when he sees the cake in the girls' hands because he is very hungry. Then those girls tie Jackie's hands and say they will give him the cake. Suddenly, the girls start trying to beat Zhake. Zhake asks why. The girls tell him, "You put our husbands in prison, so now we are taking revenge." At that moment, Kaori also arrives with a cake. The other girls pretend to be actresses and start clinging to Zhake. An angry Kaori throws the cake, but the cake flies back at her. After that, Kaori gets offended and leaves. Then Zhake gets furious and says to the girls, "I'll show you now." Time passes. On the large cruise ship, Kaori and her new friend are sailing away. Zhake is rushing there as well. Along the way, he notices two girls and wants to talk to them, but they walk away. Before boarding the ship, he spots Kaori. He tries to follow her, but he has no ticket. The staff throw him out. On the other side, Kyoko is walking around. However, Zhake still manages to find a way and sneaks onto the ship. Then the staff spot Zhake again, and he starts running away from them. At that moment, he sees a piece of bread and becomes happy. But when a guy steps on the bread, Zhake gets angry and punches him. While hiding, Zhake ends up near the ship's loudspeaker area. When the ship's horn suddenly sounds, Zhake gets blasted away. It has a strong effect on his ears. It turns out that the two girls who appeared earlier did not come for nothing. It turns out that they had also come according to a certain plan. Later, in one of the rooms, a guy named Kim is training. The actors of that time were really strong. His body is truly muscular and fit. He is training by himself when a boss named McDonald comes into the room. Kim says to him, "Why are you late? Hey." McDonald replies, "Calm down. Don't get angry. Just enjoy it." Meanwhile, Zhake is looking around, searching for food. While wandering, he finds Kaori. However, Kaori's words cannot be heard at all because of the effect of the loud noise from earlier. An angry Kaori pushes Zhake into the swimming pool. Then she shows him the game hall. There, people are playing cards. Among them, there is one guy who plays extremely well. The two girls who were following their mission earlier also arrive at this place. Since that guy keeps winning at cards, his opponent gets angry and decides to check him. As a result, a fight breaks out right there. That guy starts using the card players like weapons and throws them at his opponents. Meanwhile, McDonald is planning to rob the ship. At one point, someone accidentally fires a gun. At that time, Kyoko is walking in another part of the ship. She overhears the bandits' conversation, gets scared, and gives herself away. The bandits notice her and start chasing her. Kyoko runs outside and asks a staff member for help. However, that guy turns out to be one of McDonald's men. When he points a gun at the girl, Jackie, who is nearby, strikes that man. The girl immediately comes closer to Zhake and says, "Oh, who are you? You are actually a good person." Her attitude changes completely. Suddenly, McDonald's men swarm in. Zhake and Kyoko run into the cinema hall. Zhake knocks down several of them. Just as he is about to leave, two huge, tall men dressed in black suddenly appear. Zhake sees them and says, "Let's run." But since there is nowhere to escape, they have to fight. Jackie Chan's fighting skills are truly amazing here. Zhake starts fighting one of them. On the screen, a Bruce Lee movie is playing. Jackie watches some of Bruce Lee's moves and starts using them in the fight. Then the other big guy appears, lifting the girl. Jackie Chan also has an exciting fight with him and eventually defeats him as well out in the game hall. The captain is about to open a bottle to celebrate, but at that exact moment, McDonald arrives with his men. McDonald gives a speech, "Ladies and gentlemen, now we will play cards. Whoever loses will die." Meanwhile, Jackie enters the computer game room and orders two young guys to call for help. One of McDonald's men approaches and says one guy is still outside the city hunter. The two young IT guys send a request for help to the computers, then the game begins. The first player loses and McDonald shoots him. Then the second player comes out and is also shot. The next player tries to run away, saying no one should win, but he is shot as well, so then Kim starts harassing Kaori. McDonald tells him to take the girl to his room. Now it is the turn of the strong card player from earlier. This time, that guy starts winning. Meanwhile, Zhake and Kyoko are secretly moving away while hiding. Kaori's friend is quite strange. He approaches McDonald and laughs, saying, "Do you want to see the city hunter?" Jackie appears on the big screen. At that moment, McDonald sends his men. That guy starts throwing the card players at McDonald's men. People panic, run in all directions, and shooting begins. Kaori tries to outsmart Kim and use her cunning against him. However, her trick does not work, and a fight breaks out between the two. At that moment, Zhake arrives. Kim notices him and says, "So you are the city hunter? You are really strong at fighting," and completely forgets about the girl. Then Jackie Chan and Gary Daniels start fighting. The two of them have an intense and exciting fight. Soon, McDonald arrives as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, the girls from earlier, Kyoko, and then Kaori are all making a plan to save Jackie's stay breaks outside. The bandits take Jackie Chan outside and say your last wish, you are going to die now. Zhake replies that he wants food. At that moment, Kyoko arrives and says, "Please don't shoot him. My father is rich. He will give you money. Just please let this man go." When another girl arrives with a gun, Zhake and Kyoko manage to escape. Then, outside the ship, they start shooting at each other. Soon, Special Forces soldiers descend from a helicopter to help, but their assistance is limited. McDonald has planted explosives all over the place. Jackie runs into the computer game room. There, the two guys have already been beaten up. Kim appears there as well. Both of them fall onto the computers, get electrocuted, and turn into characters from a video game. They fight each other as different characters. In the end, Jackie Chan wins. He says the card-playing guy is leading the people away. McDonald's men suddenly appear in front of them. The guy is really impressive. Once again, he throws the card players and knocks down several people. The last card player is being held by one of the two girls. When the girl throws him, the guy kicks him, but he gets injured himself. McDonald then starts detonating his explosives one by one. Jackie beats and defeats McDonald's men. At one point, McDonald brings Kaori with him. Looking at Jackie, he says, "Now surrender or this girl will die." At that moment, Kaori suddenly forgets about her fear and rushes forward. When McDonald's gun flies up toward the ceiling, Jackie shoots it, breaking the part that makes it fire. Then he picks up a machine gun and approaches McDonald. McDonald starts saying, "Please forgive me. I won't do it again." But then suddenly starts fighting Jackie Chan. McDonald has hidden wires in his hands, which he pulls out and uses. Jackie cannot find anything around to use and shows his bare hands. After the fight, his hands hurt and he cries from the pain. It is actually funny. Then he runs away. Jackie getting beaten is pure comedy. Even while getting hit, he plays around like he is bored. One of the girls lying nearby throws him a stick to defend himself, Then Kaori throws another one. Zhake puts both protective items on his hands and starts playing around with MacDonald. An angry MacDonald turns the metal in his hands into special wires. Zhake gets beaten again. Then Zhake hangs onto long poles, grabs one of them, and starts hitting MacDonald. Eventually, MacDonald falls to the ground and grabs a remote control, trying to trigger an explosion. But he is knocked back, presses the remote by accident, and blows himself up right after that. They go outside. The rescuers have arrived. Zhake collapses and says, "Please give me some food." Sometime later, Zhake and Kaori bring Kyoko back to her father. Her father thanks Zhake and says, "Will you become my daughter's husband? Will you become my partner?" Kaori, who had stepped outside, overhears these words. Thinking that Zhake has agreed, she gets angry and leaves. Zhake takes flowers in his hands, catches up to her, and asks for forgiveness. On the way, one of the girls from earlier stops Zhake and starts talking to him. Zhake gives the flowers to that girl. Kaori gets angry again and, as she imagines, hits Zhake hard with a huge mallet. Zhake flies through the air and lands among the girls. And that is how the movie ends.